Welcome to my channel and to today's session, Strong Bones Forever, a subject I am personally passionate about. I happen to be the poster child for being at risk for osteopenia and osteoporosis, which is bone density loss. Why? Because I am a light white girl of a certain age. But I can tell you that it is never too late to reverse these conditions because I did it. And if you're curious how I did it, I will send you a copy of my personal program, How I Reversed My Osteopenia. All you got to do is sign up for my email list and I will send that to you. Today we'll be using some light weights. I happen to be using two 3-pound weights, and you could choose less or more depending on what you're comfortable with and what you happen to have around the house. So go get what you need, your weights, your yoga mat, and I'll meet you back where we will start, like we always do, by getting grounded. Hi, welcome back. We'll begin our bone strengthening session with focus on our foundation. So our foundation is our feet, right? So let's start by taking our feet in all different directions. So kind of roll over to the inside and outsides of your feet, back on the heels. The knees are kind of bent. And then you'll rock around a little bit. Circle your feet. Imagine you are in the middle of a compass. Your compass is surrounding you, and start to go to all the directions of your compass. Go north, south, east, west, and then try the diagonals, like northeast and southwest. And what will happen is your brain and all of your upper body will need to make adjustments to keep you from falling over as you try all the different directions. Do it randomly. This is really great for your balance as well as the strength of your feet and everything on above. Good. So just circling around your compass. Make it random. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just finding different ways to put stress and pressure on the bones of your feet. Good. And then come to stillness. Take a moment. Let's find the ground. Let's find our grounding moment. Soften knees. Feel the weight of your body. Good. And now, draw your weight into your right leg, lift your left foot up, left thigh is parallel to the floor, find balance here, and now rotate your right ankle, toes, and foot around and around, one direction and then the other direction. Circle, circle, circle. Yeah, there you go. Good, now point and flex, point and flex. Pause here in the balance and release, foot to the floor. Grounded. Other side, root down in the left, right leg lifts, circle the ankle, toes, and foot, round and around, circle, 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 reverse direction. Focus your gaze for balance, point and flex, point and flex. Pause, hold, breathe, and release. Return that foot to the floor. Excellent. So to warm up our spine laterally, knees bent, start to slide your hands down your side body. So top elbow up as you lean down, and other side. Knees bend. So in this side bend, the knees will bend and you'll reach and slide and glide. Should feel good. Breathe in and out. So we warm up the joints, especially the knees and the spine. Good. Last time. And release. Excellent. Balancing toe Tadasana. Balancing toe mountain pose. Let us do this with our weights. So go ahead and grab whatever weight you are choosing today. We're going to be lifting this up over our heads, so it shouldn't be too heavy because I don't want you to possibly drop it on your head, which would be extremely counterproductive to our work here. So holding on to your weight, or in my case I have 2 light weights, 3-pounders, right in front of your chest. Relax the shoulders. Begin with a forward bend. Take a breath in, hinging at your hips, knees are slightly bent, fold forward, and then release your arms so the weight of the weights are pulling your shoulders down a bit. Good. Now rise up. So root down in your feet. Energize your leg muscles. As you rise, let the elbows come close into the body, and the arms and weights, just the hands and the weights just go right past your chest, your nose, straight up high. I don't know if you can see the top of this on the video. I apologize if you can't see, but you know that I am holding the weights straight up above my head, holding Tadasana mountain. Good. So this is regular mountain with our feet flat. Let's do that one more time on the fold, on the forward bend. Slide the weights past your center and down. Inhale and then exhale, glide it up. Pause and lift it up. And now adding the balancing toe part. So come up onto your toes, hold here, breathe. Remember, any extra stress that we put on our skeleton is beneficial for our bones. Hold, breathe, strengthening feet all the way up. Inhale. Now you'll release the heels as the weights glide straight back down to your heart center, the chest, and release. Great. So go ahead and put your weights carefully down. All right. And finding your way to your knees on your mat. Okay, balancing, tall kneeling, knees, hips, shoulders. Allow your left foot to step forward into a low lunge. Relax your shoulders. Bring both arms in front of you and up. Inhale. And rooting down in your foot, rooting down in your back leg. I'd like you to feel the activation of especially the back leg, the knee pressing down, the top of your foot pressing down, and your hip. Also, you're pressing firmly down on the front foot. Good. Take a breath and bring the arms straight down beside you. Let's do that again. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. And now place your left hand on your hip, right hand on the outside of your front leg, and do a twist. Breathe. All the while activating your leg muscles. So it's not a relaxed, passive situation here. No. Muscles engaged all the way up the spine. Inhale, exhale, look forward, and now let's do a warrior variation in the low lunge. Sorry, I'm going to turn my back to you. You'll turn your back to me. That's okay. So we'll bring the arms up into the warrior variation forward. Now open into a warrior 2, low lunge. Good, and then reverse it. Placing back hand on the back thigh, front arm up and back. Good. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. And now we're going to do a strengthening and balancing move that is so much fun. So stay right where you are and start lifting this front foot off the floor. The key here is to try to balance with your foot off the floor a couple of inches for as little or as long as you can handle this. This takes practice and is hard. And your upper body will move around as it tries to figure out how to do it. Good. Inhale, exhale, and release. Great. Bring back the knee and sit on your heels. Pause here. Okay. Other side. So we'll step, other foot forward. Root down, shoulders relaxed. Both arms come up, inhale. Exhale, both arms come down slowly, moving through your shoulder joints slowly. Inhale up, exhale down. You're activating though. Remember, we're activating the muscles of your hips, pressing down on the top of your back foot, pressing down on the foot that's forward. Good. And now, the twist. This time I turn away from you in the twist. So rotate, hand outside the leg, hand, back hand on your hip. Pause here, breathe. Good. Take a breath. Turn forward and open up into a warrior two variation. And then a reverse. Breathe. Good. Inhale and exhale. Back to center. Okay, most important, stability in this back, hip, and the leg. That's what will keep you from falling over, and the possibility of being able to balance. Lift using the hip. This hip has got to do so much work, and then your brain gets to figure out how to make it all work. So lifting the front foot off the floor an inch or two or less or more, toe pointed, toe not pointed, doesn't matter. How long can you keep that foot off the floor without touching down again? See how it goes for you. This is a sneaky strength, my friends, and we will practice it in future videos. Good, and release. Was that fun? I thought so. All right, bring your knees back, come to your resting pose for a breath, and let us find our way to standing. Come up to standing without using your hands if possible. Got to use your core muscles, whichever foot you'd like to step forward. Curl your back toes and rise on up until you are standing. Step out wide on your mat, wide stance. Allow tailbone to drop slightly, relax shoulders. Extend both arms out to the sides so that they are parallel to the floor, and find your five-pointed star position and your breath. Great. Take your right foot, point it to the right. Left foot, heel angles out. And now hinging at your right hip, extend over, take a breath, and drop into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Modifications, if you have a shoulder issue, would be to place your hand on your hip. And remember, no need to go low. Just want to ensure that if your chest is sort of rounded over your mat, you'll want to come up a little bit. So you feel a little bit more in one plane, which you're not really, but see how that image works for you. Hold your triangle pose and locate your breath. Holding for 5 to 8 breaths is what's recommended to help build bone density in certain yoga postures. Research has shown. So I think we've got about 2 to 3 more breaths here. Excellent. Engaging your abs and using your arms to reach up. Arms both extend out. Pivot your feet forward, hands on your hips. So roll your shoulders up to your ears and down your back. Inhale up, exhale down. Other side, left foot to the left, right angle, heels out. Right heel angles out, arms extend. Take a breath, hinge, lengthen, and lean, and find your triangle pose today. See if you can have a sense of the tailbone dropping, navel to spine. Extend through your chest through both arms, unless you're modifying with your hand on your hip. All good. Breathe in and out through your nose. 5 to 8 breaths hold. Really great for strengthening the muscles around your spine and your hips. Good. Last full deep inhale and exhale. And now use the next breath to lift you up, arms out, and pivot both feet forward, hands on your hips. Good. Softening your right knee, step your left foot over until you are back in Tadasana, standing pose. Good. All right. Let us come down to our mats again, to our knees, so that we can do a use our weights, okay? So, stepping your right foot forward, rest your right forearm on your right thigh, and lean over and grab a weight. A light weight or a heavy weight, it's up to you. I'm going to be doing rows here. So, you can stay in the low lunge, or you can curl your back toes and come up into a high lunge. Letting your arm feel the weight of the weight pulling you down. Ready? We'll do 8. So inhale, exhale, just pull up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, take this weight, rest it on your waist with your hand, and roll your shoulder back, and then we'll do the hold here. Side angle bend hold with a weight on your hip. Good. Breathe in and out through your nose. And now, look down, release your weight to the floor, and then drop your knee. Good. I'm going to come around and do the other side, this over here, so that we can all see each other. So, right foot, left foot forward, or whatever's the other leg for you. Forearm on your thigh. Find a weight of your choice. Curl your back toes if you'd like to come into the high lunge, or keep the knee down in a low lunge. That would be fine as well. And begin to pull up. Just come to your hips. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then rest the weight and your hand on your hip. Hold, breathe. Roll your top shoulder back a little bit. Take a breath. And carefully come on out. Good. All right. So using some weight in our yoga postures. Come up to your feet again. Turn around to face the front of your mat, or you can face forward, doesn't matter here. So we're going to do chair pose and then coming up on our toes to really strengthen and work some squats. So inhale the arms up, exhale, sit your hips down, and then stand up again. So inhale the arms up, exhale, sit your hips down, and stand up again. Let's see if we can go even deeper this time. Inhale up, exhale, deep, 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 and down. So you're listening to your knees, but you also are aware that doing these knee bends is strengthening to the knee joints. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Hold here. Place your hands on your hips. And now come up onto your toes. Find your balance there. Arms can extend up again. And staying on the toes, come up and bend down. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. Hold here. Balancing toe chair pose. Great. And release. Awesome. Let's move down to our bellies. So one of the great spine strengthening moves we can do is Navasana, or boat pose. So let's see if I can get this microphone thing. Oh, if I go this way, then I can put it over here. Okay? All right, let's do it. So let's come on down to our bellies. Bring your chin forward and your arms out to the side in a T position. Roll your shoulder blades back. Find your pubic bone now on the tops of your feet. In fact, do a little hissy fit. Bang your tops of your feet down a little bit just to activate your feet and your legs. And then lifting one leg up, stretch it away and lower. And lift the other leg up, stretch it away and lower. And now, keeping the legs down, activate your pubic bone, hip bones, leg muscles, and tops of your feet, pressing them down. We'll lift the upper body and the arms. Here we go. Inhale, just a few inches up and down. Inhale, up and down. Inhale, up and down. And lift, hold here. Let's add the legs. And then you can start to draw the arms behind you. Lifting the chest, lifting the toes. Breathing, smiling, lifting the corners of your mouth. Take a breath, and an exhale lets you back down. Great, and curl your toes. Push your way up until you find your way onto your butt, so we can go onto our backs. Activate your core, tuck your chin, and lower on down. So once you're down, adjust so that your lower back feels nice and grounded. Walk your feet so that they are as wide as your mat. And now windshield wiper the knees slowly side to side. So hinge and do a lower back release, hip stretch. Breathing in and out through your nose. Good job. And now back to your mat, walking your heels in with your feet close in towards your butt, arms beside you. A couple of pelvic tilts here, so feel your lower back rounded. Squeeze your butt, your glutes, and let your tailbone lift off the floor. Take a breath. And now reverse that and arch your back so there would actually be some space underneath your lower back here. So squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Working these internal muscles around the area of your pelvis and your hips are a key element to healthy structure, healthy bones. Squeeze and release. Good. Pause. Prepare to go into a bridge. Root down in 2 feet, root down in your arms. Today you're going to keep your upper rib cage on the floor and just lift up as far as you can go without the chest going too far up. So lift the hips and then the lower ribs, and now the upper back stays down and hold here. You could put your forearms firmly down and press down. Send your fingertips up towards the sky. Activate hip bones, inner thighs, glutes. Breathe. Breathe. Remember, holding this 3, 5, 8 breaths, whatever feels natural for you is great. Good, and roll it back down. Now this time, lift up. Keep the upper rib cage down. Now bring your right knee in and extend to the ceiling and bend and lower. Left knee up, extend, bend, and lower. Let's do that a couple times. In, up, and lower. In, up, and lower. And now both feet down, heel toe them out to the side, so there's going to be a little bit of a different stance and load on your bones. This time, go ahead and lift up even higher. You can go into the full back bend if it feels fun. Chest pulling up towards your chin. Look straight up. Breathe. Option to have the arms underneath and interlaced fingers, your choice. Pressing up, pressing up. Breathing. And let it roll down. And once you come down, bring your knees into your chest and This being yoga, you get to choose your final moves, whatever feels like counter poses for you. A knee down twist might be a great option. Or you might be someone who loves to pop up into an inversion. Go ahead and take the time to do what your body is calling for. If you're concerned about your vertebra in terms of low bone density, then you may just want to do a restorative pose here instead of putting pressure on your neck by letting the knees touch, feet wide, arms out to the sides. And breathe. And then when you are ready, find your way carefully up to sitting. And we'll end today's session in a de-stressing short meditation, just taking a few moments to find your ground, find your breath. Know that taking time to just go within, be with your breath, calms the nervous system. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply watching your breath as the breath flows in through your nose and out through your nose. And when you are ready, bringing hands to your heart in front of your chest. I thank you so much for joining me for bone strengthening yoga today. There will be many more bone strengthening sessions to come. I support you in your journey on increased bone density. Namaste. Thanks once again for joining me for bone strengthening yoga. If you are on the journey to strengthen your bones, leave me a comment below and tell me how it's going and any suggestions or questions you may have. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time at Forever Yoga with Susanna.